Bhashyam of this mantra. Ath Idanim. Now, Yathokta Brahmavido Gatiruchyate. Yathokta Brahmavido Gatiruchyate. The path by which the person who knows the Brahman, the Supreme Self, as described it before, the path by which is going to attain the result of the meditation is being stated. Yadi. Yad means yadi. If. Eva asmin evam vidhi. Yadi ucha eva. Ucha eva. There are indeclinables. Indeed, surely, whether anybody is doing performing or not performing, for that, performing or not performing the last rites. Evam vidhi shavyam shavakarma mrite kurvanti idicha na kurvanti ritvijaha. Evam vidhi, in the case of this person who knows that Brahman, that Supreme Self, as described before, in that person's case, if anybody does, the shavya means shavakarma, the rites related to a dead body, that is the last rites of the body. Mrite kurvanti, the rites related to, you can say, are connected to the dead body. Mrite kurvanti, yadicha na kurvanti, are performed or not performed. By whom? By the priests. Ritvijaha. Sarvatapi. Even though they have done it or not done it, performed it or not, even though in all conditions, sarvatapi means in all conditions, done or not done. Evam vittena shavakarmana akrite napi. Sarvatapi evam vittena shavakarmana akrite napi. In all conditions, even if this person's last rites have been performed are not performed, even then, pratibaddo na brahma prapnatiti, no. He will be debarred from attaining the results. That cannot happen. Akrite napi pratibaddo na prapnatiti na. As in, because if the last rites are not done, usually what happens in the matter of other people, in the matter of common layman, what happens? If the last rites are not done, he is not going to attain the results of what all good virtues and meditations that he has done. Those results he will not be attained. He will be debarred from it, because the last rites are just like a visa. It is just letting you to attain the results of your own sacrifices that you have done or the meditations that you have done. Therefore he says, but in the case of this person, evam vittena shavakarmana akrutena api pratibaddo na prapnatiti na. That fellow will not attain that Brahman, that cannot be said. That means he will surely attain it. Even though the last rites are not done, he will not be debarred from attaining the results, but he will surely attain the results. Nachakriti, but if says, then if it is not done also is going to attain, then if somebody does, but if it does, somebody performs the last rites, then will the results get boosted up? Double it? Or increase? And no. Na karmana vardhate no kaniyan, he says. Nachakriti shavakarmana asya kaschan abhyadiko lokaha syat. Even if the last rites are performed of that particular meditator, even then, that person is not going to attain something better or higher or greater world other than this, because there is no other world beyond the Brahmaloka. The last loka is Brahmaloka. Greater than that, higher than that, or better than that, nobody can attain it all. Because there is nothing exists better or greater than higher than that. Therefore, even the last rites are performed also, the results will not get boosted, you will not get a better world or a greater world or a higher world. Na karmana vardate no kanyan. Due to the last rites, the results will neither increase nor decrease. If they do, it will increase. If they don't do, it will decrease. It's not like that. Brihadaranyaka 4:423. Iti Shrutyantara. These other Vedic texts is supporting this matter and says to such a great meditator who is meditating on the Hiranyagarbha, on that Brahman, Prana, Brahmakham, Brahmakham, Brahma, for that person with the knowledge of this Agni Vidya. You can't meditate only on Prana, Brahmakham, Brahmakham, Brahma, as bliss qualified the space and all, or space qualified bliss. Just meditate on that is not enough. Yeah, along with this Agni Vidya, if you meditate, then you are going to attain this to Trayana Marga to Brahmaloka.
So all those three Agnis,
whatever they have given, along with that, you have to meditate on Prana, Brahmakham, Brahmakham. Then only you are going to attain to this. Let Bhashkara tell this. Shavakarmani anadram darshan. By this, what has been done by the text? The last rites have been almost disregarded, is it not? There is no importance to it at all. Whether you do it or not do it, there is no difference in the results. And if you are not doing this, you are not debarred from the results. And if you do it, you are not going. There is no benefit of it also. That is, indirectly you are disregarding the last rites. By doing so, what the text wants to do? It says darshan, shavakarmani anadram darshan, by showing disregard toward the last rites, vidyam stauti. Actually, the knowledge is being praised here. Na punah shavakarma evam vido na kartavyam iti. It is not a vidhi here that for such a great person, meditator, his dead body should not be done, last rite should not be done, it should not be cremated. This enjoining is not happening here. We are not doing any vidhi. It is not enjoined here that for such a person's dead body should be thrown away to some dogs or something. And don't do any last rites. Na punah shavakarma evam vido na kartavyam iti. However, it does not mean that the last rites of such a person should not be done. This is not the meaning of this. Akriyamane shavakarmi karmanam phalarame pratibandhak kaschit nimiyate annyatra. In the matter of other people, it is inferred that if the last rites are not done, that person is not going to attain the results of the sacrifices and meditation that he has done during his whole lifetime. Seeing that the inferred knowledge in general that is spoken of in the world, in that purview this statement has been told for the meditator, for this special sound of Brahma meditator. Akriyamane shavakarmani, if the last rites are not done, karmanam phalarame pratimanda. The commencement of the result of all the rites, whether it is the scriptural or non-scriptural, whatever actions he has done, good or bad, for all that is what happens? Obstacle comes up. Iti anyatra, in the matter of other people, this is anumiyate, is inferred by somebody. Kaschit anumiyate, somebody infers like that. That means here the Mimamsaka says, if the karma is not done, there is no gati at all. Therefore, Shava karma is necessary, and after that, Shraddha karma is necessary, Pitri Shraddha is necessary. If you are not doing that, then you are doing Papa. This is what has been told. Because you are stopping the, what you call as the development or the next birth and everything of the deceased, the person who has departed. Because we are stopping the development and the, what you call as the involution of or evolution of your own parents. By not doing the last rites, but now by not doing the Shraddha karma every year.
So someday they will do according to their karma, they will have a birth, Janma. The Pitrus. They will
No, it's not saying. But according to that, that is your Shastra in one way is saying that at the time of death only it is decided. But it will be decided according to the Prarabdha karma, is it not? And the Prarabdha is decided on depending on what? On our own past karmas.
like
Sanchita karma. And that is further depending upon what? In Sanchita Karma, it is even this portion is there. Whether you have done yourself, the Shraddha and everything of your parents or not. How the Pitradosha comes into the family then? Why is that coming up? Pitradosha. Because once we had also been taken birth and we have done or not done, that results on us again. That we will put into such a family where the Pitri karma is not done at all. They were the cause of the next birth is of our own karma. We have not done the Shraddha of our parents. We have not done the last rites of our parents. For that reason, we begin birth in such a family itself, where the last rites are not performed, where the Shraddha is not performed. That's how the Pitradosha comes into the Janma Kundali, according to the Jyotisha. There was an essential thing. And this inferred, because there are many stories of Puranas and all, the last rites were not done properly. He became Bhuta, Brahma Rakshasa, Dhundukari. In the very beginning of Bhagavad story, the Dhundukari story. Great scholar. But because of his own karma, he became eventually Bhuta Yogi. He has got birth. The next birth is what birth? Okay. There was no evolution, but there is devolution. He became a Bhuta, Preta. That yoni they will get. We are not saying that he will not get the birth at all. He will get birth, but instead of evolution, there will be devolution. He will go into the lower species. Thus, you are indirectly forcing your parents into lower species by not doing the Shraddha and all that. They have to be suffering there only. And you say it is their prarabdha karma. So then what will happen to your prarabdha karma? It will be the same. Because you are not doing it. That which has to be done, we are not doing means what? We are also creating our prarabdha karma the same that we have to do time.
Even it does bad.
And why not? Very good or bad, you have to do it. Where is your duty? Before, they say, once this Akhandananji Maharaj, the Vrindavan, very famous, from whom this Pragya Mata is also disciple and all, he expired, his body departed. His sons, he had 3 sons and 1 daughter. Almost all of them were in Banaras only. 2 were then in Banaras at that time. 1 was in Vrindavan. It was a marriage trust. The 2 who were in Banaras, they came to our Guru, my Guru, Mimamsa Guru, Patavaram Shastraji. And they asked to Swamiji, Sarva, Panditji, what we have to do? Panditji said, you see, who has died? Come and tell me first, who has died? So my father died. You see, immediately it came to him, my father died from his mouth. That means he is still your father in your heart. He is not a sannyasi. He is not a guru for you. Externally you are accepting him as a sannyasi, as a guru and whatever it is, whatever mantra diksha and all. But in your heart, the view that you have in your mind is, he is my father. For you, he is father. In his view, maybe he might have given up the children. In his view, you are a devotee and not a son. But in your view, he is a father. Therefore, it is your right to do that. You have to do the Shraddha and all that karma. That's a duty.
But for a sadhu, no, Swamiji, they don't do, right? They don't.
Sadhu is not doing and sadhu's disciple is not doing. But you are accepting yourself as a son and him as a father. Then you have to do. Because all this karma depends upon the relation accepted within our heart. If you don't have that relation, then you will not do. In an ashram, an old person dies. I am not going to do the Shraddha for that fellow. Whoever dies. Because I have no relation with as a father and son. So, for that you have to go into Shastras then. If a person, we stood in the Shastras, because what happened in Yogini Kirtan, 1 person died. In that Shailaja's husband died. And that time they have no son, no children. The question arises now, who is going to do the last rites? And the Yogini Kirtan manager was there, Satya Prakash Mitta. He came to Jnanapitam and he said, Swamiji, what to do? I said, you see, according to the Shastras, you have to hire a Brahmin, pay him sufficient money, and hire him for all the last rites. He will burn the body, cremate the body. He will take the ashes, put in Ilaba or whatever it is. He will have to go once to Gaya and do the Shraddha, or go to Brahmakapala and this Badrinath and do the Shraddha. And the yearly Shraddha, Varshik Shraddha at least he has to do. And after that, he will not do yearly Shraddha. According to Shastra, this has to be done. For that, you have to hire a Brahmin boy. And he is bound to do all the rites up to 1 year. Related to that person, to the disease. Everything has to do. Shana Masika, and Varshika, everything has to do. Up to 1 year, you have to buy him. For that is 1 year, he is bound to you. He can't go anywhere. He is bound to you. So, then that family, whoever it is, they have to pay all his expenses, whatever is needed for him, look after him. That's what has to be done. Then there's one pujari, that temple, Radhakrishna temple there, Yoginiketan. That pujari, he was a boy. He accepted to do, and he did it. After 1 year, he was doing everything, and the Varshik Bhandara also was done by that wife Shailaja, and everything was done properly. So that's the way. So the Shastra have given the all arrangements. If there are many ifs and buts. If this is the condition of the person, then this has to be done in this way. So all these things here also, that's why it is inferred. Kaschit anumiyate. It is inferred by someone, means by Mimamsakas, that if a person's last rites are not done, there will be obstacles in attaining the results of his own meditations and the rituals that is done, sacrifice that is done. The obstacle is what? He goes into the Preta Yoni or Bhuta Yoni. He can't go into Uttarayana Marga or Dakshayana Marga. That's the obstacle.
Is there a mention in the Shastra about a person doing his own karmas because he has no children?
What is sannyas? That is sannyas. And then you have to take sannyas. There is another go.
They go to Gaya.
No, it's wrong. It is wrong. Totally wrong. A person other than sannyas, there is nowhere mentioned, there is no Shastra is mentioned for a person to do his own Shraddha karma. Other than sannyas. Only in sannyas the person is entitled to do his own Shraddha.
People go to Gokarna, Gaya.
That you can do for father and mother, so not your own. No, it's wrong. Totally wrong. Whether you have children or no children, there is nothing to do with it. If you are Janu Choti or a Grahastha, you have no right to do your own Shraddha. You have got right to do the Shraddha of the parents. This is the Shastra Vyavastha. In Ashvalayana Griya Sutra, very detailed is there. There is a Shraddha Kalpa, a book itself, Shraddha Kalpa. Very big, this much big, it is more than 1,000 pages. Very detailed discussion of Shraddha. In which condition, who has got the right to do what. When a daughter's son can do. Here also had to come answer Dvyamushayana. We had discussed, Dvyamushayana.
Yes.
On that preconditioning only, the daughter is being married to that person. And with his son will have got the right on the last rites and the property of the parents of the mother. So such things, everything has been discussed there. In which condition, how you have to make an adhikari for your last rites. You have to prepare in before, everything ready. If you don't want to take sannyas, then you have no children also, nothing also, then you have to first only decide some Brahmin, either among the relations, where brother's son can do, it's said like that, or if even no brother, a brother also and no son to him also, then what? Such questions have been arised. And then he says, your father might have brothers. Find among them, if they have children, their sons are just like your brother's son itself. You have to hire them. From the beginning, you have to make a contract that this fellow will do my last rites. He will be entitled for my property and my all other last rites. But what happens nowadays, people are entitling for properties only, but not for the last rites. This is wrong. This is not, the Shastra never says to do so. The Shastra is always non-materialistic. It thinks of the jivas, the person's spiritual evolution, never about the materialistic arrangements. It is always on the minor side. The most important side is the spiritual evolution of the each and every jiva, how he is going to evolve and towards moksha, towards liberation. That is the view of every Shastra. It is in Karmakanda or Upasana or Jnana.
But Vyavastha towards property settlement and all that is also mentioned.
Yes. It's called Daya Bhaga. In Manusmriti also there is one complete chapter on Daya Bhaga. The part is called as daya. The property is called as daya. How we are going to the vibhaga of it? To whom how much has to go? In which condition? If you have 2 sons, 1 son, 3 sons, no sons, only daughters, only sons, no daughters, then how you have to arrange everything? All the things have been discussed. There is another book called in 6 volumes, Chaturvarga Chintamani. It's in my library also. You can go through it. It's very, very fantastic. Everything has been discussed in that. Even Shraddha Kanda is there. One volume is completed Shraddha only. So, depending on that only Bhashakara is telling, it is inferred that there will be an obstacle. Obstacle in the sense here that it is not that he will not get another birth. He will get the birth of a lower species than evolution. He will not get an evolution towards the upper worlds. He will not move in the Dakshinayana Marga. He will not move in the Uttarayana Marga. But he will come into Jayasvendriyasa Marga only, the third route. And he will become into Preta Yoni, come back after that. All the Papa Maya has to Bhoga there. Let's come back to this Yoni, again go there, again come. This rotation is going on. So that is why Bhashakara says, Akriyamani Shavakarmani Karmanam Phalarme Pratibandha Kaschid Dhanumyate Anyatra. In the case of Anyatra means in the case of others. Others means those who have not done this meditation or meditations of this type, which is going to lead you to Brahmaloka. Other than these meditations also will make you suffer only. If the last rites are not done. He says, the last rites of the dead body are not done, then surely karmanam phalarambe, for the commencement of the results of all actions, there will be obstacles. This is being inferred by somebody in the case of others. Yat iha vidyaphalaramba kale shavakarmasya advanavaiti vidyavato apratibandhana phalarambam darshati. Why are you thinking so? This idea has come up. He said it is because in this particular mantra, in this present context of the present meditation, it is told Vidya Phalarambhakale. Vidya Phalarambhakale. At the time of the commencement of the result of this particular meditation, it is stated that the last rites to be done has been done or not done. That cannot be an obstacle. By this also you can infer very clearly. In other cases, if the last rites are not done, it will be an obstacle. By this present mantra also you can infer very clearly. This is what Bhashakara said. Iha hi yata, because iha, in this present context itself, Vidya Phalarambha Kale, at the time of the commencement of the result of the meditation, Shavakarma Syadvanavaiti. Shavakarma hasn't done, performed or not performed. Even then, Vidyavato apratibandhena phalarambham darsheti. For the person, for such a meditator, Vidyavata means for such a meditator, without any obstacle, the result of the meditation he is going to attain. This has been shown in this mantra. But this also you can infer. In the case of others, surely there will be an obstacle if the last rites are not done properly. Ye sukhakasham akshitham sanyadvamo vamanir bhamanir ityevam gunam upasate. For whom this is being stated? Now we take the mantra of Archiradi Marga. Ye, those people. Who are those people? Those people who have done this meditation. Which meditation? Sukhakasham akshitham. Sukha Vishishta Akasha and Akasha Vishishta Sukha. Kam Brahma. Okay? Bliss qualified by space and space qualified by bliss. Vice versa. Such Brahma which is enshrined in the heart along with prana. There is a pranam Brahma. That plus Sanyadvamo, these qualities. Attractive of all good things, Vamanihi, bestower of merits, Bhamanihi, bestower of luster. Ityam gunam upasate. A person who meditates on that Brahman which is possessed of these qualities. Not only this, you see now Bhashakara is not clearly here. Prana sahitam agni vidyancha. Not only Kankram Brahma, but Pranam Brahma also have to meditate. And also Agni Vidyancha, those three Agnis, the fires, whatever meditation they have said about themselves, that also to meditate. All this together a person meditates in proper consequence, then only he will attain the Brahmaloka which is being stated now. Then only that person, after the body dies, he is going to go through this path and attain Brahmaloka. Tesham. That's it. Yecha. Those who have done upasate, tesham anyat karma bhavato mavabhut. They might have performed other rites or not. Other rites in the sense here, their last rites may have been performed or not. It doesn't matter much. Sarvathapi, under all conditions, those people will attain what? Archisham eva abhisambhavanti. They will reach the fire. Archi. Fire in the sense what? Bhashkara says, Archir abhimaninim devatam abhisambhavanti. That jiva, this great upasaka, will become identified with the deity, or will reach the deity, not identified, will reach the deity who is presiding over, or who is identified with Archi, with fire, with light. The deity identified with light. This person is going to reach to that deity. He will not become the deity, because here he does not want to become deity. No, he is done the Hiranyagara Upasana. He has to go to Hiranyagara Brahmaloka. Therefore, he is not getting identified with the deity, but he is reaching to that deity who is identified with light, or is presiding over light. Devatam abhisambhavanti. Archir abhimaninim devatam abhisambhavanti means pratipadyante ityartha. He reaches him, he meets him, that is meaning. Archisho, Archir devatayaha, Aharaviman devatam. From that deity, he takes leave and he is sent further and handed over to the deity who is identified with or is presiding over that day. Devatam, Abhimanim Devatam. And from that, Anna, Apurimada Paksha, Shukla Paksha Devatam. So, he takes leave from that deity, or that deity leads him and takes him towards the other deity. There are two ways of people have said here, but the movement. He goes, the meditator is going, he meets one, and he is praised by him and served by him a little by the deity, and that deity says, come on, you go next. This is not your last stoppage. You have to go further. He sends to the next. Let the station matters you, green signal, come on, go forward. Or the other way is, he says, as in that adhikaranam is there, karya adhikaranam, he is led by. He takes, once he departs, when he is put into the fire, the body is put, the dead body is put into the fire, and the last rites are performed, because he is told that he is not performing, is not enjoined here. Not performing the last rite is not enjoined. You have to perform. If by somebody does not perform also, he is going to attain the result. This for stuti only. The disregard towards the last is only for praise. That way it is done. So it is done means at that moment there is fire, the light is there, and the presiding deity takes over, holds over that meditator, that jiva, and takes along with him. He leads that meditator towards the deity who is presiding or is identified with, and that deity of day also leads him to the deity of the bright fortnight, Shukla Paksha. The deity is leading. This is the main Siddhanta, main doctrine of Vedanta. The deity himself leads him, takes him from one place to another. And then he comes back. The deity comes back, the jiva is going on further and further. And on the other hand, because Amana Purusha, he is told, later in the mantra is there, Tat Purusha Amanasa Enan Brahma Gamayati. Then it is told Gamayati, before it is not told Gamayati. That means the deities will not lead him. He meets only and he goes on his own up to that point. Vidyuloka. And in Vidyuloka, people will come who will be leading him to Brahmaloka. From there, the deities will be leading. Before the deities will not lead. He will be just meeting and he will be going on. This is the other doctrine according to some people of some disciples of Shankaracharya. Both the ways they have been describing this mantra, depending upon the word Gamayati. But other actual people say Gamayati has been told once, it has been everywhere. The Ahar Devata is Gamayati, of that meditated to Dina Devata. Din Devata is leading him to Shukla Paksha Devata. The leading should be attached, Gamayati should be attached to each and every one. The difference is what? Here the deities were doing it, but later it will be done by superhuman being. That's the difference. Archisho, Archar Devatayaha, Aha. Aha Abhimaninim Devata, Annaha. And Annaha Apurimana Panksham. That deity who was identified with or presiding over the day, he will bypass this Jiva, this meditator, into the hands of Apurimana Paksham, Shukla Paksha Devata, in the hands of the deity presiding over or identified with bright fortnight. And that deity, Apurimana Paksha, Yan Shanmasan Udang Uttaram Dishameti Savita Tan Masan Uttrayana Devatam. He will be handed over by the bright fortnight deity into the hands of this deity who is presiding over or is identified with this period of 6 months. Yan Shanmas, 6 months. Which 6 months? During which the Savita, the sun, will be moving in the northern direction. That means to say, the deity presiding over the Uttarayana time, Uttarayana Devata, the deity of northern solstice. Uttarayana solstice is northern solstice. That deity who is presiding over the northern solstice or identified with himself with the northern solstice, to him is handed over by the bright fortnight deity. And this deity of northern solstice is what he is going to do. Tebhyo masebhya samvatsaram, means samvatsara devata. He will be led or handed over into the hands of the deity who is presiding over or is identified with the year. Tataha samvatsarat, from that deity who is presiding over samvatsara, from his hands this will be put into the hands of Adityam, Aditya Chandramasam. He will be proceeding towards the sun deity. The deity presiding over the sun or identified himself with the sun. Both can be used. There is little difference in saying no. You can say that you are identifying yourself with this body or you are presiding this body. There is little difference in this. Identifying with body means you are Sharirabhimani, Aviveki, Ajnani Purusha. He does Aham Shariram. This is identifying. But if you are presiding means you know that ये मेरा शरीर है, मैं शरीर नहीं हूँ. This is my body. There that means you are presiding over this body. You are saying this body is different from you, but I have got hold over it. That's called as presiding over the body. But identifying the body means aham body. I am the body. This will come. Therefore, usually the people even though say here the many commentators have seen English commentators. What this is identified with. They use these words. But being a deity, how you can identify himself with that body or this period of time? Therefore, it is better to say Abhimani Devata in the sense here, the Adhishthatri Devata, the presiding deity. Aditya Chandramasam, from that sun, the sun deity passed him over to the Chandramasam, so deity presiding over or identified with Chandraha, moon. Chandramaso Vidyutam, from that moon he went to Vidyutam, to the deity presiding over or identified with lightning. Tatra sthan tan purusha. And now those people who are accumulated over there, got together over there. Many people are meditating like that and have reached the Chandraloka. In that Chandraloka, when many are got together, the Amano Purusha comes. He will not come daily, and as soon as one person reaches, he will not come and take.
But Swami, deities also Amanava.
Huh?
Deities are also.
Yeah, Amana means not this human body here. Amana is Manoho Apatyam Manava. All creation, all those who are in the creation of Manu are called as Manava. And those people who are in Brahmaloka and Satyaloka, they are not created by Manu.
But deities, I mean like Adhisthana.
These deities are also under Manu itself.
Oh.
From Manu only the Ishvaku and all came up. All the Diti, Aditi and all from here only the deities have come up. Therefore he says these are all deities within the Manava. Now, within the creation of Manu, they are able to work. And those people are above the creation of Manu. They reside and their working place and their rights and their power, everything is, they are ruling on other worlds which have not been created by Manu and after Manu. It is not that they are the sons of Manu, we are not saying that. They are not the progeny of Manu. But these deities have got the ruling power over the creation of Manu only. Therefore, these people are also Manava. Because they are related to the Manava creation, the creation of Manu. They have got the ruling power only on these words, which are the creation of Manu. There is Bhashkar will tell about Manava and Amanava. So I am giving that. So Tan, this is Bahuvachanam you see here, that I was speaking of. Therefore, one meditation goes and reaches moon, that Chandraloka. To take him, Amana Purusha will not come. Not 2 persons also reaches, he will not come. Minimum 3 should be there. Enan Brahmagam Yeti. Minimum 3 should go reach there. Until then, if only one has gone, he has to be waiting. Until another Brahmagyani comes there. And 3 Brahmagyanis there. Brahmagyanis is the Savana Brahmagyani. And 3 Savana Brahmagyanis come over there. Then only the Amana Purusha, minimum 3, maybe more. Enan, because Bahuvachan is Enan. Enan, Tan, Tatrasthan, Tan. Those who have got together over there, them. What? Purusha Kaschit. Some person. Who is that person? Brahmalokat Eti. Etya. Brahmalokat Etya. Having come from Brahmaloka. Having come from Brahmaloka. How is that person? Amanavo. Means Manavyam Srishtau Bhavah iti Manavaha. Manavyam Srishtau. One born in the creation of Manu is called as Manava. Na Manava iti Amanava. Those who are not like that are called as Amanava. Sapurusha. That such person. Enan Brahma Satyalokastham Gamati. You see again, not Shuddha Brahma. He is taking towards that Brahman who is residing, whose abode is Satyaloka. That is Hiranyagarbha. Brahmaji. You have to say Brahmaji, not Brahma. Ji means it comes, it's a, what you call as Jiva, special Jiva, is it not? Ji.
Short form.
Satyalokastham Gamati. There was a sadhu, he says Swami Ji, he becomes angry. What is this? Swami Ji, Swami. Ji mat bola ko. I am Swami, I am Brahman. I am not Swami Ji. Ji means again you are making me a Jiva. Ji mat bola. Then what you do is, Swami Ji. Then he said, why you are saying so? I said, Swami because you are Brahman and Ji is only for respect, not for Jivatma. Therefore, a little pausing, I am speaking Ji separately. He said, you are very clever. So this Enan Brahma Satyalokastham Gamayati. He is led by that special person, that special superhuman being who has come from Brahmaloka. He takes him towards that Brahma, the Hiranyagarbha. Here it is very clear. You see, Gamayati is there. And therefore the Brahma word cannot be non-dual Brahman, non-dual Supreme Self. You have to take this Brahma. There is a Bhashya Satyalokastham. Question arises, how the Brahma, because the word here is Napusling only. Enan Brahma Gamayati. You could have written Brahma Gamayati. Pulling you could have done. You would have to take Brahmaji. But a mantra said Brahma. How you turn to Pullinga? Brahma. From Upasaninga, you are transforming into Pullinga. From neuter gender to masculine gender. Why? On what basis? Bhasha gives the reason here. Gantri gantavya kamitritva padeshebhyaha. Because the Trinity is there. The Trinity. Gantri, the goer, the person who has to go. Number one. Number two, gantavya, the place to be reached. And third, gamitritva, the person who is going to lead him, to be led. When this Trinity is there, it is natural that cannot be the non-dual Brahman. Upade, Vyapadeshebhya, as and because these three are being mentioned in this particular mantra, therefore the word Brahman, even though it is used in the neuter gender and it denotes the non-dual Supreme Self, but still we have to transform it into masculine gender and take it to the Saguna qualitative Brahman who is residing, whose abode is Satyaloka. Sanmatra Brahma Prapto Tad Anupapatte. You see, Sanmatra Brahma Prapto Tad Anupapatte. It will be totally illogical if actually here you have to take the non-dual Supreme Self. Sanmatra Brahma is a non-dual Supreme Self. If that is to be attained by this meditation, then this Gantri Gantavi Gamitritva Upadesha will become totally illogical. Anupapatte hai. Brahmaiva san Brahmapita. Why? Because you see, another text is telling very clearly. The Pradhaneka 446 Brahmaiva san Brahmapeti. And there is no question of going, and there is no question to be led, or there is no question of a place to be reached. This Trinity cannot be there. Because Brahmaiva san Brahma, he becomes Brahma and he is Brahma. He attains Brahman directly. There is no question of going or to be led or to be reached a place. That division or that Trinity is not there in attaining or in experiencing one's own Supreme Self. Itihi tatra vaktum nyayam. It would be proper to say that he has become Brahman. It is not proper to say he is being led by an Amama Purusha and is going to reach that place and meet somebody over there. That never can be stated over here. Therefore, it would be proper to say over here also Brahma Vasan, Brahma Peti. This should have been said here if he is going to attain the Supreme Self. Sarvabheda Nirasena Sanmatra Pratipattim Vakshati. And even in this Chandogya Upanishad also, in this Chandogya, the 6th chapter, the Shvetiketu Puranas will tell, Atha Sampatse Yavan Navimokshe. This is the mantra. Atha Sampatse Yavan Navimokshe. Until this body is there, the moment you are leaving this body, you have become Brahman. This is what is telling over here. There is no way of going through any path. Sarvabheda Nirasena. Through eradication of all differences. Eradication of all differences. Here there is difference, Trinity is there. Gantri Gantavi Gamitritva Bhava is there. This Trinity is called as difference. And here in that what happens? Sarva Bheda Nirasena. Through eradication of all differences. Sanmatra Pratipattim Vakshati. The attaining of the Self, Supreme Self only, of his own self only, will be stated in near future. That is the 6th chapter. Later. Nacha adrishto margo agamanaya upatishtate. Adrishto marga. Agamanaya no upatishtate. Na vidite ayanaya. Nanya panta vidite ayanaya. There is no route to attain that Brahman. That means you will not go through any route to attain Supreme Self. Nacha adrishto margo. Agamana means moksha, for liberation, for moksha. Gamana is a moksha. Agamana means moksha. There is no gamanam. Agamanaya means mokshaya. For liberation, there is no good, great, virtuous path. Adrishto marga. Adrishta means any virtuous path also cannot be imagined for liberation. That means to say, no virtuous path will lead you to liberation. No patishtati means it will not lead you, it will not take you. Any virtuous path of whichever quality it might be, that will never lead you to liberation. As you go through any path means what? You are going to some loka only. Shine Punya again will come back. Therefore, any path, there is virtuous or non-virtuous. Non-virtuous will never take. Therefore, it says, Adrushto marga means virtuous path also can never lead a person towards liberation. Bhashkar commenting. Also by Bhashkar only. After that, because Enan Brahma Gameti, then by Brahman word you took Satyalokastham. Bhashkar explained that by the word Brahma, which Brahman? Not the Supreme Self, but the Hiranyagarbha. The person residing in Satyaloka. Why you are taking that? For that is explaining all these things. Gantri Gantavi Gamaitratu Upadesha. One reason, and by that you have taken this meaning. And otherwise what would have happened? Brahma Brahma Piti should have been. If I am attaining the Supreme Self by this meditation, by Kam Brahma, then the mantra should have told here also, Brahma Vasan, Brahma Piti. Why it is still in Gamayati? And further, for that only further reflections, because by attaining moksha means what? In that, what happens is Sarva Bheda Nirasena Sanamata Prapti. This is all explanation by Bhashakara. That means to say, for liberation, no path is needed. Sayenam avidito na bhunakti iti shuktiyantrat. And there is another way which is very clearly stating that he, the God, sa means he, the God, will not protect, na bhunakti, will not help also to that person who does not know it. Avidito. Enam avidita, who does not know that Brahman, who has not realized that self, for him, the God also will not support, will not help, will not protect. This is when that mantra is very clear, Yameva Esha Brunute, Tameva Atmanam Svam Vivrinvate. You have to, that's why in the mantra we say, Mama Brahma Nirakarod, Annarakranam Yastu. We have to accept, first one. This is first we say, Satyam Vadishyami, Ritam Vadishyami, Tanmam Avatu, Avatamam, Avadavaktaram. Yeah, we pray for the Tan, Mam, Avatu. That means that God, let He protect me, save me, always care me, help me in getting on the spiritual path. And He will protect only that person who is accepting. Why? Because just like, if you accept somebody as a king, that king will protect you. If you are not attached to any government, any king or anything, then you go to hell. Who is going to protect you then? Who is going to carry you? Nobody will care. So the same way it is here also. If we accept Brahman, then Brahman will accept us. That's why we say Mama Brahman Nirakaro. Therefore here says Sa Enam Avidito. Enam Avidito means what? A person who does not know that self. Enam means that self, that Brahman. Avidita, a person who does not know or who has realized that self. To him, Sa Nabhunakti, that God will never protect. That means never help or support in any way. Iti Shrutintarat. By this Shruti also, another meditation is very clear that for liberation there is no goal at all, there is no path needed. Esha Devapadho Devi Archadadivir Gamaitritvena Adhikritairu Palakshita Pantha Devapatha Uchyate.